Like a boss.
All right, ladies, this is Alex from Mindful Attraction. And today we're going to be talking about signs that a friend secretly hates and envies you. Okay. And the reason why I wanted to make this for the women is because, first of all, women women encounter more hate and and jealousy from their friends than men do. Why? Because women is kind of like women get, how can I say this? Women are more competitive for attention than men are. Men, we're used to not getting a lot of attention. Women, they're used to getting a lot of attention. So that when the woman feels like her attention is being taken away because of a friend who might be prettier than her, who might have a better boyfriend than her, they're gonna get jealous, right? And the problem with women is that women have a sense of narcissism that they love their body. Women are just natural narcissists. They're in love with their bodies, right? And as a result, you could be a little self-absorbed, and you may not know how you might be coming across to your friends. You see, and that's what happens a lot, especially when you're a young woman, right? You don't notice that your happiness could cause people to be jealous. Like you don't notice that people could hate you for the good things in your life. So you fail to damp down how good your life is, and you create people who hate you, right? So we're gonna be talking about how to avoid, how to avoid jealousy and hate, and how to decode it. Okay, but before that, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to what the hell his is, right? Important thing you want to do with that, if you want to avoid manipulation, the first thing is this: is that you got to know people's insecurity. Read people, become aware of people's insecurity. That's honestly, you want to pay attention to that, right? Because sometimes when you're not aware of people's insecurity, and then you talk about the things that are great in your life, and that person feels insecure, you're gonna make them feel insecure, and people don't like that. Okay, so my main thing when it comes to avoiding jealousy is to damp down your success. Honest to God, damp down your success. Talk about how something bad is happening, and you're gonna be able to damp down what you can avoid. But then you have jealousy that's unavoidable, and the reason why that is because you have people who come into your life just to hurt you. You know, you have people who literally come into your life just to hurt you, because because secretly they admire you, or they may want the charisma or the looks that you have, but also they want to destroy you. And women encounter more fake friends than guys do. Like, because a lot of women, they become friends because they're hot, or because we're the same hotness and stuff like that. And in that, there's a competitive nature that's not really genuine friendship. So let's decode the signs that somebody doesn't like you, okay? So first of all, let me tell you something about people who don't like you. People don't usually just dislike you all of a sudden, right? They don't just, the moment you see their negative emotion does not mean that was the moment they hated you. They usually send signals of dislike prior to the burst of emotions. Like it's kind of crazy really thinking about it in my life, man. Like they can't really be directly aggressive with you in front of your friends, right? Because that's negative. So they hide it, but they do give off signs. Because remember, it takes effort to hide emotion. So it isn't whether or not you'll see them. It's not whether or not you can see them. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta trust your instincts and learn how to confront them. But we're gonna talk about this, okay? So these are the signs of disliking somebody who doesn't like you, right? Because you gotta realize they will hide it, and I promise you, you're gonna see this. You're gonna fucking see this, okay? The first sign is of the squinting of the eyes, right? Like this, like you'll be randomly chilling, talking to your friends, and then you'll notice somebody piercing look at you, right? That friend who doesn't like you, looking at you like this, right? And then when you look at them, they're like right, they'll try to hide it, but secretly they're like, a motherfucker, right? So the squinting of the eyes, right? That's one, and you could feel them looking at you, and then when you look at them, they'll put a smile on, right? Another one is a pursing, the pursing of the lips, like, right? So for example, let's say you randomly meet a friend, right? Oh, even better, even better, you randomly run into somebody who's your friend. What you'll notice is, hey, like, hey, oh, hey, hey, or like when you say something and you're like, they're like, okay, they'll say like, hey, are you coming to the party? And then you're like, yeah, I'm coming to the party. Oh, sure, okay, right? That says fuck, right? Another thing is the feet and the torso are not facing towards you, so you're talking to them and they're like, yeah, like they're just facing away from you, right? Another thing is when they're talking to you, they have their arms folded, right, like this, right? And body is tense and stuff like that. But the thing is a lot of the times you're not going to see all of this together. Like this equals anger, right? But when they hide it, only one comes out. You see, they'll hide it like that, you know. But if you know how to read the signs, you'll be able to tell, right? Another thing is that micro expressions. I studied this. His name is Paul Ekman. I remember this. I took a course on how to tell micro expressions, right? For example, this is contempt, right? You'll be like, for example, I'll be like, man, my mom died, right? Like, or like, fuck, man, I lost my job, or signs of anger is a puckering of the lips, like, right? So for example, like when somebody loses, when I lose a game, I'm like, fuck, right? But then if it's a micro expression, it's more like, hey, right? Or like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Or like, let me see, like sadness is kind of like they were like, yo, dude, like your girlfriend broke up with you. I don't care, man. I don't care. I don't care, man. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? Like the micro expressions, right? Look them up. Like they're real, but they come quickly, right? They come quickly, right? So you want to learn to read them. There's actually a course on that, on how to read micro expressions, right? Awareness of feeling, it leaks. Okay, unaware of feelings and they leak through. First thing you notice is yourself when you go like emotion, right? What you want to do is when you okay. Another thing is like notice when you dislike people. Okay, not just notice. Like pay attention when you don't like someone, right? Pay attention, right? When you don't like someone, notice how you behave. Like literally pay attention. Okay, I tend to do this. I tend to do that. And I tend to do that. Literally, when you do not like someone, pay attention how that feels. Because that is an indication of what other people might do. You see what I'm saying? Notice how your conversation is different. Right? Notice how quick you talk, how fast you respond, right? Just notice your body language. That is unconscious. Most people do the same shit you do, all right? That will literally, and so when you do that, when you know how this like looks like in you, I can promise you, when you see it in somebody else, you'll be able to tell. It's almost like when a pothead, I'm a pothead. I know a pothead when I see a pothead, okay? I know one, okay? So yeah, that's how it is, right? So another micro expression is like the rolling of the eyes, like rolling of the eyes, or like I said, when you approach someone suddenly, they'll like, and then they'll go back to normal and stuff like that. You got to realize that a lot of people don't like you and you just don't notice it, right? Another thing is like, let's say you're meeting somebody or a group of people, right? And you walk in, right? Sometimes when a group doesn't like you, they'll just be quiet. Like you walk in and they're just like, oh, fuck, he's in here, right? Sudden silence, right? When you enter a room and everyone is quiet or saying something that someone insecure, and they make smile to hide an emotion, right? So it's kind of like, you go in and they're all quiet, right? I mean, most likely they were talking about you, all right? Or most likely they're like, fuck, he's here, right? Another thing is like praising with words but hostile body language, like oh, good for you, man, good for you, all right, good for you. That's what I'm talking about, right? Or like, oh, dude, I just gained a job. Oh, good for you, good for you, good for you, right? It's like they never really praise you, and their body language is like negative and stuff like that, right? The reason why they do that is because they need to release those negative emotions. They're there, right? So they need to feel some relief. So from having to be nice and praising, so they gotta show some hostility. It's crazy how that works. Like they'll try to hide it, but the body will never hide it, right? They may say things, but their body language is positive tone, right? It's positive in tone. So it's kind of like, there's also the opposite where if somebody can say something hateful and their body language is positive, right? So it's kind of like, oh, yo, look at you, motherfucker, right? Actually, no, that's not it. Ignore that part, right? Another thing is, for example, let's say that you want to find out somebody's jealous of you, right? Tell them a good news about you. In fact, lie about the good news, right? Say like, yo, dude, man, like, I just got a TV show on a TV, and they're like, Oh, good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you. I remember one time I told a friend of mine how about my YouTube channel, right? Like I was just mentioning it, and he was like somewhere else, and I was telling somebody else. It was like I think it was many. It was like that was in I think I was in Boston. I was with a friend of mine, right? And I could tell that my friend when I said about my YouTube channel, my friend was like, and then like just like, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's some anger brewing right there, right? But I was aware of it, right? And then all of a sudden he was nice to me, right? But you got to realize, just because he was nice, you got to remember that says something. Like they're suppressing their anger, so they'll be passive aggressive with you, right? So that's one thing, right? Another thing is like the fake smiles, right? Detecting. So no, let me keep going, right? So you tell them good news and they look, right? Another thing is tell them some bad news about you, something bad that happened, right? My boyfriend just broke up with me, right? And then they're like, oh no, right? It's kind of like, oh no, what happened, girl? Right. So it's kind of like when something bad happens, those secret, like. But the thing is, you want to do it strategically, right? You want to tell them something bad and see the reaction, right? Say, hey, I just lost something, and you just look for just look, bro. Let me tell you something. If somebody hates you, they can't help it. It's gonna come out. You're gonna sense if they were like this, and then you told them about the fact that you lost your job. They were like, "Oh, really? Oh, wow!" All of a sudden, they want to help you out and shit, right? That's a sign that somebody doesn't like you, right? And another thing, and another way to do that is mirror them, mirror their body language, right? When you're talking to somebody, mirror them, literally mirror them, right? Mirror the way they're talking, mirror the way they're moving, mirror the way they're breathing, and ask yourself, what would I feel if I was acting like this? And what's funny about it is that your body will tell you something. Your body will give you almost an accurate feeling of how that person feels. You have mirror neurons. Your mirror neurons are meant to be to feel, to sense, not feel, to sense what other people might feel. You see what I'm saying? What other ways? Let me see, because I wrote a lot of notes on this, right? Another thing is I try your best to look for these signs early on, right? God in heaven have mercy. You got to find this early, because you don't want a friend who's an enemy in your social circle, because what they will begin to do is talk bad about you, and you'll notice they're talking bad about you because all of your friends all of a sudden start acting different around you. All of your friends all of a sudden they stop inviting you, and the reason might be is because somebody's talking shit about you behind your back, right? And people who are jealous of you, man, like they have long memories and they talk a lot, right? So something that you want to do is notice, does this person talk about a lot of other people around you? Do they gossip? Do they say negative things to people about people who's in your life? Do you notice that they act fake? Right? Do they talk about hating somebody, and then when they see them, they interact with them, they invite them out and stuff like that? Most likely they do the same thing to you. Okay? And the best way to do this is, if you want to test if somebody is antagonist towards you, is simply notice how they treat other people around you, right? So it's kind of like they may dislike you, and so their energy towards you might be very, very low. But all of a sudden, when they meet somebody they like, you'll notice they all of a sudden are more happy. But then when they talk to you, they're like, all down, right? That's a sign that that person does not like you, right? With you, they're fucking quiet as a brick. With somebody else, they light up. They don't like you, motherfucker, okay? Just notice a contrast. It's kind of like, I have a friend of mine, right? My friend Marvin, right? He likes me. It's not like he hates me. He likes me, right? But I could tell the relationship he has with his cousin is different, because they laugh. In fact, it's actually funny watching them. I love watching my friend Marvin and his cousin talk, because they're funny. Like, the way they interact is funny, right? But that tells me they have a way different relationship than he has with me. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's family. But the point is that tells you something that he cannot hide, right? He cannot hide that, right? As much as he tries, there's a huge difference between how he interacts with his cousin and everyone else. It's because him and his cousins are really good friends, right? And you can't deny that. You see what I'm saying? You can't tell me that you like me as much as you like your cousin, right? So that's the point, is that the way other people treat other people, and then notice how they treat you, it's one of the best indicators that a person likes you or dislikes you. It's kind of incredible. You can't hide that. You as much as you try, you can't hide that shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right, ladies, this is how you find out, man. Like, it really sucks for women. It really sucks, because women have a lot of females who hate them, right? And they don't notice it. right? And they notice that they hate them when they fuck their boyfriends, right? And a lot of the time they bang their boyfriends because they hate you. Like they'll flirt with your boyfriend. You may not notice them flirting with him, flirting with him, but she'll dress a little bit more provocative when he's around her. She'll give him looks. I promise you, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All right, ladies, peace out. This is Alex. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, I have a seminar in New York City, October 26th. And if you guys want one-on-one coaching, go to mindfulattraction.org and you guys can get coaching there, okay? Peace out, motherfuckers.
All right, ladies. So this is the course that all of you guys have been asking me for, and it's the psychological game of attraction. This is pretty much the course that will make any man beg to want to commit with you. This is the course that I wish, I'll be honest with you, if I was a woman, this is the kind of course that I want, because it's a course that's specifically geared to help you understand how guys fall in love and how to do it in a systematic way that's almost predictable, right? So let me show you guys how this course is set up. By the way, there's a 30-day money back guaranteed on this course. So if you guys don't like it, you guys will get money back. Look, let me show you how it's done, right? So it's split up in a few sections. The first section is the introduction, obviously, what to expect from it. After that is I'm giving you an understanding of the psychology of attraction, right? Because you need to understand that dating is a game. You need to think strategically, that there are certain laws of human nature that you cannot break, and just a few things of why people love each other. You know, it's very important to have a realistic expectation. After that, we go into the three phases of every relationship. They all go in these three phases, and these phases could overlap each other at times, right? The first phase is the pre-honeymoon period. It is when you first know the person, or it is when you're becoming acquaintance with the guy, or it is when you guys broke up and are back together, or it is when you guys had a long period of you guys not knowing each other and now you guys want to rekindle things. This works in any point of the relationship that you need to spark interest and curiosity. So these videos are specific for that. Specific to create curiosity, how to get to know the guy the right way, using your nonverbals, how to create a powerful reputation. It's truly powerful stuff. After that is the honeymoon period. This honeymoon period is how to get from curiosity to interest to creating a deep connection. So all of these videos are specifically geared to that. Not the 30, no. These specific videos are there for this phase, and this phase is any phase. You guys are having a good, happy moment. You guys just got back together, and now you feel that peak. You feel that happiness that you guys felt. That's what this is, right? So these videos are there for that, creating a lonely fantasy, the preemptive breakup, the triangle of love, using words to control his man. It's powerful stuff. After that is the post-honeymoon period, and again, is a short list of videos, because these videos are there to solidify the connection that you already created. So if you just had an incredible moment, or you just came out of a vacation with a guy and everything went well, you better use this phase, because if you don't do this, he's gonna become disenchanted. It's just how it is. These are very specific videos, and if you and all you gotta do is just say, all right, where am I? I tell you where you guys are, and you just watch the video. It's pretty much like being coached by me. You got some bonus videos, stop being nice, dealing with the inevitable, how to deal with breakup, how to deal with getting over a dude. This is the how to overcome manipulation, identifying manipulation, deterring manipulation, defending yourself against manipulation, what to do if you're already in a manipulative relationship, and how to avoid them through detachment. It's pretty much an extremely succinct and laser focused course. Not one waste of motion. That's why I love it. And there's a 30-day money back guarantee if you guys don't like it. No questions asked, people. All right. And if you guys want to support this channel, this is how you support it. And I hope you guys enjoy this. All right. See you guys inside.